What's up, family? Man, I hope you guys are ready for this. You know what I mean? I hope you're ready for this. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Ready or not, here I come. You know what I mean? Ready or not, here I come. Man, so years ago, I used to work at Corcoran State Prison in California. It's a male prison, um, multiple yards, prison yards there. And I learned a lot there. I was a senior counselor. Um, man, I learned a lot there. You know what I mean? I grew up a lot there, if that makes sense. One of the fascinating things about being there was that I'm seeing all these guys, thugged out dudes, all these dudes that are hard, that are felons, you know what I mean, that are criminals, you know what I mean, that are convicts, and man, I used to trip out how just the prison politics was. You know what I mean? The prison politics, just the crazy stuff that went on there. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere, and it's gonna be heavy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be heavy. I'm just laying the groundwork, and whew. And one of the fascinating things about working in the prison system, especially the male prison system, talked to a bunch of different guys from different areas of California, different backgrounds, and it's a trip because a lot of them didn't want to have work 9 to 5 jobs. You know what I mean? They didn't want to get a 9 to 5 job. And so, man, they would do stupid shit, just the hustle. You know what I mean? Just the hustle. Just getting there is how they could get it. You know what I mean? And it's what a lot of us do. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And the trick was, we're so quick to judge people. You know what I mean? We're so quick to look at other people and see their life and put them down. We're so quick to judge other people and say, you don't have what you should have. We're so quick to judge other people and say, man, you've been here all these years and you ain't learned nothing yet. You've been here all these years and you don't have anything to show for it. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so looking at all these guys come in and out of prison system, right? And the trip is, for whatever reason, why they came to prison, whether it's selling drugs, whether it's banging, other things. When they got to prison in California, one thing was going to happen. And that was, you were going to find your crew. You were going to find the people that you fit in with. You were going to find the people that you belong to. Because there's no lone rangers in California prisons. You know what I mean? No lone rangers. You know what I mean? You can't do that solo. And so, if you're black, you go to the blacks. You know what I mean? And if you're Crip, you go to the Crips. If you're blood, you go to the Bloods. If you're from the Bay Area, man, you ride with the Bay Area. But the blacks ride together, regardless of Crips, Bloods. Bay Area, man, they're black. You know what I mean? And the same thing with the Hispanics. You have the Northern Hispanics, Southern Hispanics. You have the Bulldogs. You know what I mean? And then you have, the whites, the Aryan Brotherhoods, the Woods, the Nazi lowriders. You have all these different fractions, you know what I mean? But they're all white, you know what I mean? And the trip is, you didn't have to know anybody in your group, or you didn't have to know the people that was in your group. If you knew one or two people that, because you guys kept coming in and out of penitentiary together, you guys grew up in juvenile hall together, you grew up in the pen system together, you know what I mean? And so you get this brotherhood, you know what I mean? Oh, I was on such and such a yard with so-and-so and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you know what I mean? And so you build your family structure in that capacity. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And the trip is, we look at these guys, and these guys with these makeshift families, you know what I mean? And they was bought that business, you know what I mean? That family was bond, that bond was tight, you know what I mean? Stay with me. And so these guys come into the prison system and they would kill for each other. They would go to war for each other. Stay with me. Me, for example, I've never been in prison like that. You know what I mean? And so, but if I went to prison, I would have to get with a group. You know what I mean? And man, and if somebody in that group got into a fight and I was there, I had to make sure that nothing happened. I had to make sure that that person wasn't getting jumped. You know what I mean? If they were getting jumped, then I had to jump in and help that person out, whether I knew them or not, whether I liked them or not. If they belonged to the same group that I belonged to, I was mandated by prison law, unwritten laws, the prison code, the inmate code, that if one of mine is in a war, one of mine is in a battle, man, I got to come to their defense, whether I like them or not. If they're in a war with somebody else of another group, of another ethnicity or whatever, and they're getting beat up or whatever, man, I got to come to their defense. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Prison code, prison law, you know what I mean? And if I don't, then I'm going to get dealt with by my own people. If I don't come to their defense, I'm going to get the shit stomped out of me by my own people. Why am I talking about that? And yet these guys come in and man, they get in riots, go to war over other people that they don't even know. They know just by association. They're not related to them in any way, shape, or form. There's no special bond there other than the fact that we on this yard together. We in this prison together. I don't even like you, dude. You know what I mean? But if you get jumped on by another group, another ethnicity, I got to come to his defense. Stay with me. And so many of us that don't understand that, you know, we sit back and like, man, those guys are crazy and blah, 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 blah. And why would you do that? And why would you put your life at risk for other people who don't care shit about you, who ain't doing shit for you? Oh, you know, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? We have so much to say about how other people live their lives. We have so much to say how can those guys be so hard, so thugged out, and go away from their family and leave their kids and abandon their kids and right? We're so quick to speak on other people's lives, not having a clue of the circumstances of what got them in that situation. But we're quick to be on somebody else's helmet. We're quick to, man, just put somebody else's life down because they're not at the level we think they should be at. We don't even know the dude. We just know that, man, you 35 years old. You ain't did shit yet. Man, you 40 years old. And you ain't got shit to accomplish for your life yet. What the fuck you been doing? You know what I mean? And just stay with me. And we're quick to do those things. We're quick to do that. Never realizing that the great majority of us is just like that. What I mean, we may not go to prison. We may not go to jail. But we're in a prison and a jail and a dungeon in our own fucking head. See, we talk about those inmates, man, you go to war and you do all that stupid shit for people that don't even give a fuck about you, blah, 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 blah. Well, how would you spend all those years? You're just wasting all your years, all your life. You spent all those years in prison. You wasted your fucking life and da-da-da-da. And look how long we've stayed in toxic ass fucking relationships. About to go somewhere. I'm about to drop something on you. Look how long we stayed in these deadbeat fucking jobs. Look how long we stayed in these dead ass fucking relationships, dealing with motherfuckers that's beating the shit out of us, motherfuckers that's cheating on us, motherfuckers that's tearing us the fuck down day in, day out. And we giving our all to motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about us. You dying on that fucking job, and them motherfuckers could care less. Because soon as you gone, they're going to have your ass fucking replaced. And you're miserable as fuck going there. But you go there because you got to pay the fucking bills. And you're stuck. You're stuck because you won't believe in yourself. You won't take a chance on yourself. You won't get out of that dead ass fucking job. You're in that dead ass fucking relationship. You know that motherfucker ain't no fucking good. And you still there every fucking day. Still, Johnny on the spot for them. Faithful as fuck. Dedicated, committed as fuck to their ass. And you know they grimy as hell. You know they can't be trusted. And yet you still lay in bed with them. And yet you still have unprotected sex with them. And you know they're out there doing some shit. And you still have unprotected sex with them. They won't do shit for you and your kids. They kids too, but they won't do shit for you and the kids. But you're always there for them. What's wrong with us to where we can't love ourselves and get our shit straight? What's wrong with us to where we can stay in these toxic ass fucking environments, whether it's job, whether it's families, relationships, whatever. We can stay in these toxic ass relationships, situations, dying on the fucking inside, depressed as fuck, unhappy as hell. And we'll spend 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years in these same dead ass fucking situations. What the fuck you got to show for it? Said some horror stories. Said some war stories. See, we sit there and we pat ourselves on the back for shit like that. Oh man, I'm a saint. I stayed in this dead ass fucking relationship with this motherfucker who couldn't take out the trash. This motherfucker who wouldn't do shit for me. This motherfucker who wouldn't do shit for the kids. And I had to come home and cook and clean and do the yard work and do I had to do everything. And this motherfucker just laid in the fucking bed all damn day. Sat there and watched TV all fucking day. Played fucking video games all day. Or this bitch didn't do shit. She just sat up there and ate bonbons and yo-hos and all this other bullshit. Drinking fucking Kool-Aid and sunflower seeds, but didn't do shit. Couldn't clean, couldn't cook, couldn't clean. You know what I mean? Couldn't take the kids to school. Couldn't help them with their fucking homework. Just fucking dead as fuck. Just fucking useless. But we stay in those situations and we proud that we stayed in that situation. Man, I'm committed to this marriage. You're a fucking fool. I'm committed to this relationship and you're a fucking idiot. I'm committed to this fucking job. You're fucking ignorant. You know what I mean? We have to grow the fuck up. How can we sit there and look at these inmates and these guys and these women that go to prison and waste 10, 15, 20 years of their life? We say they're wasting 10, 15, 20 years. We don't know what the fuck they doing. We don't know if they're going to school, getting their GED, getting some college courses. We don't know if they learning some job traits up in there. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We just see the outside. Oh, these motherfuckers in the penitentiary and they ain't learning shit, just sitting there playing dice with their boys and dominoes and cards and all this bullshit, working out, all this stupid shit we talk. We quick to talk on somebody else's fucking lives while ours is falling down. We quick to speak on somebody else's bullshit while, man, we driving a fucking dump truck. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about driving a dump truck. I'm talking about our fucking relationship. I'm talking about our fucking situation. Whether it's a job, whether it's a marriage, or whatever the case may be. Because most of the women that I know, motherfuckers been in relationships 15, 20 years, ain't never been married to the motherfucker. They in the same ass, dead ass fucking relationship, 10, 15 years to the same motherfucking dude who don't give a fuck about them. He say he do, but his actions don't dictate. His actions don't support that. They ain't never got married, ain't never got her no fucking ring, but she committed and holding his ass down because she a trooper, she a soldier. She's ride or die. She ain't no different from them fucking inmates in the prison system. She ain't never been to the pen, but she got that same fucking mentality. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. And it's a trip because, you know what? Everything that we look at other people, everything that we see about other people that we don't like, Everything that we see about other people that we do like, or that frustrates us about other people, whatever the case may be, man, we have to stop looking at them in that regard. And what I mean by that, we have to start looking at them as like, okay, God, what are you showing me by this? Why does this situation that don't have shit to do with me, why does this bother me so much? These motherfuckers going to the penitentiary, I don't know them raggedy ass motherfuckers. Why do it bother me so much that these motherfuckers in and out of the penitentiary? All these baby daddies, they ain't none of my baby daddies. Why the fuck am I tripping off what the fuck they do? All these hoes out there, man, they ain't none of mine. Why the fuck am I tripping off what the fuck they doing? Why do we get so caught up in other people's drama? Why are we so fascinated and intrigued by the bullshit that other people are going through? To where we sit there with our chest puffed out, all high and mighty, all sanctified, you know what I mean? All fucking self-righteous and condemning them to hell and blasting them for dealing with this bullshit. And all while we dealing with worse bullshit. Our bullshit is just as fucking toxic, if not more so. We have to grow up. And the trip is, for those guys, those women that go to prison, it's a choice that got them there. A decision that they made. You know what I mean? Wrong decision, wrong place, wrong time. They made some decisions that led them right there into the penitentiary. Just like it was decisions that you made that led you to that toxic ass job. Just like it was decisions that you made that led you to that toxic ass fucking relationship. And the truth is, these guys are in prison. They can't just get out when they want to. Your ass is fucking free, so you say. You can leave anytime you fucking want to. You could change your situation anytime you want to. These guys are stuck. They can't go home when they want to. Your ass can change your fucking address when you want to. You ain't got to stay in that fucking toxic ass job. You ain't got to stay at that fucking toxic ass workplace. You choose to every fucking day. Every fucking day, you make a choice to stay there. Why are you still there? What is it about you that makes you think that that's okay? What is it about you that makes you think it's okay for you to stay in a relationship with somebody that don't value you? What makes you think that it's okay for somebody to be in a relationship with somebody for years who won't commit to you? Who don't love you? Who's constantly disrespecting you? Why do you stay in that bullshit? What does that say about you? Don't tell me it's because I love them and blah, 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 blah. Well, they're going to change. I'm just praying for them. Okay, it's time. Fuck the prayer. Fuck prayer. It ain't time for no fucking prayer. Pray that you get your ass up out of there. Get your ass up and get the fuck on. You can pray for them as you leave. You can pray for them after you gone. This motherfucker been that way for years. It ain't changed. What makes you think that all of a sudden God gonna hear your prayer now? And it ain't about God hearing your prayer. If that motherfucker don't want to change, he ain't gonna change. It don't matter how much you fucking pray. God's not gonna make somebody do something that they don't want to do. Grow the fuck up. That motherfucker don't want to change. And he ain't gonna change. She ain't gonna change until they're ready to. Just like your ignorant ass ain't gonna change. And you gonna stay in that crazy ass fucking relationship. Stay on that toxic ass fucking job until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then you gonna blow the fuck up and you out. I don't give a fuck no more. Kiss my ass. What you do? You gonna say what you gonna say. You gonna do what you gonna do. But you gonna get the fuck up out of there. But you're quick to talk about everybody else. You're quick to say that somebody else is stupid for staying with some guy who's in a prison and he stayed in prison 10, 15, 20 years. And this girl's faithful to him and committed to him and riding for him and constantly putting money on his books and accepting all his fucking collect phone calls and constantly going up there every other weekend to visit and all this other bullshit. She's stupid as fuck for staying there, so you say. But you in a worse situation than she is. You got a deadbeat in your fucking house. You got a deadbeat in your fucking apartment that you feeding and clothing every fucking day. You know he out on the fucking streets. You know he grimy as fuck. You know he fucking other girls. And you still cool with the shit. Man, we got to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to stop judging people. When we see things that we don't like, when we see things that we do like, man, may we grow up and understand and ask God, ask Source, Universe, Most High, man, why are you showing me this? What is this supposed to teach me? What am I supposed to learn from observing these people? What am I supposed to learn from observing this situation? Because you're showing me this for a reason. And it's not to be fucking God Almighty and judge them and condemn them to fucking hell. It's because I'm supposed to learn something. What is it about my life that's reflecting or that's reflective of these people and their situation? How am I just like this? Man. We got to get it together. We got to get it together. We have to grow up. We have to be honest with ourselves. We got to stop hiding from ourselves. We got to stop sugarcoating the bullshit and sweeping it up under the rugs like it didn't happen. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.